End of the person we have a bakery. All your croissant, Danis's bakery products, everything is freshly baked over there. And this here, all the desserts we prepare and we transport to different places, including Lido Day. Wherever what you enjoy the dessert on Lido Day, we prepare here, then we transport to Deck Day. Let me introduce chef, our pastry chef, Chef Anthony. As I mentioned, he is going to show how to make melting chocolate. Please enjoy.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Pastry, my part of the galley. How's your vacation going on so far? I hope you all are enjoying this beautiful ship and the food on board. How many of you had this melting chocolate cake? What do you call it? Lava cake. It is one of our popular, high demanding signature dessert which we serve more than 1,000 portion a day. So tonight we will do a small version demo, and when you finish your vacation and go back home, I'm sure you can do this at home. Trust me, it is super easy and simple recipe. As you see those 5 ingredients in front of you, that's all it takes. It's very easy. So by the way, how many of you cook at home? How many of you cook at home? Alright. So we are going to prepare portion for 4 for a small family, and you don't have to worry about the recipe. The recipe is printed, you will get on your table while you are dining. Just see how I'm doing. So what I have here, 4 fresh eggs in room temperature, 3 ounces of all-purpose flour, 2 ounces of granulated sugar, 6 ounces of melted unsalted butter, and 6 ounces of chocolate. What goes first? The eggs. I prefer to have those eggs in room temperature. The reason behind, you have to add the chocolate a bit later, so if your eggs are cold from the fridge, chocolate will become harder and it will be difficult for you to open it. So just leave it out there, bring it up to the room temperature, then you can start it. Granulated sugar, regular sugar, and mix it. Mix it until all those sugar crystals are dissolving into the eggs. You don't have to do it. And by the way, this is the smallest version of baking chocolate cake I ever make in my galley. As I said, we are preparing for thousands. So, do you want to know that, this whisk I use only here, it doesn't work in my regular operation. So, the normal whisk, what we are using, the hand whisk we are using is like my short height. And we are preparing for thousands. So, do you want to know that how we are doing it here every day? Okay, I will tell you the recipe first. 110 pounds of chocolates, 110 pounds of butter, 1080 fresh eggs, 24 pounds of flour, 18 pounds of sugar. That is one batch which makes 800 portions. And we are doing basically minimum of 2 batches, as I said, it goes 1,000 plus. So minimum of 2 batches, and sometimes when the ship is full, a lot of kids and youngsters on board, then we have to go to that 3rd batch as well. So, you can imagine the amount of chocolate, butter I use in the galley, it is really massive. And now I am going to add this all-purpose flour. Mix it, making sure flour is well incorporated into the eggs, and you should not come out with the lumps of flour left in the egg. And while you are doing this at home, if you have that small hand blender at home, that's a small stick blender, you can use that instead of using the wire whisk. It will be more easier for you and more faster for you than this. Mix it, making sure there is no lumps. So this time you need to mix it a little bit more faster than what you are doing. That's why I said with the machine it will be more easier. And the egg will turn into more pale yellowish color, and you will see when you take out the whisk, it will come out like a thread. Then we are done here, leave it aside. Now it comes to chocolates. Chocolate, what we are using here is right in front of you. It's Belgian Swiss made chocolate. 44% of cocoa butter in that. You can have a look. You can have a look, and if you cannot find the same brand in the market, you can use whatever available. It is semi-sweet chocolate. It's semi-sweet chocolate, not sweet, not bitter. Semi-sweet. Making sure our desserts are not too sweet, not too bitter. And unsalted butter melted. Salted butter I don't use in my galley. Even the recipe says salt in it. We just use the unsalted butter, and we add that required amount of salt into it, so or else our desserts will turn into salty, that sweetness. So we are using unsalted butter. Only in my bakery galley we are using the unsalted butter. When we are making a bread dough, we are using that unsalted butter. And while we are doing this at home, I prefer not to use microwave ovens to temper your chocolate. In the microwave oven, your chocolate will be overheated, it will be too hot, and you are going to add this chocolate to the eggs, then the eggs will get partially tempered by itself, and you may not come out with the right consistency. So how we are doing here is water bath. On top of the simmering water, we place a pile of chocolates and we temper them in a lower temperature. It will take a little longer time for us to do that, but the results are much better. Now I am going to add all these chocolates in the egg. I know what you are thinking right now, but we can't do that here. Even I do that when I cook at home. But here, we have cameras everywhere. I don't want to put my job in trouble, so I don't prefer to do that. Now, this is the most important step while we are doing this melting chocolate cake, the mixing the batter. Please do not overmix your batter. If you overmix it, you don't get that gooey lava consistency. It will become more cake. So it will take only a few strokes, and while you are mixing, you will see the batter turns more shinier and more thicker. And once you see that eggs are dissolved into the chocolate, do not overmix again, like we are done here. Just few strokes. That's it. And pour them into your bacons and make them in the double boiler, not straight into the oven. Pour little water in your baking tray and place the cups and bake 320 degrees Fahrenheit for 35 minutes. That's standard size portion. What we are serving is 5 ounce of bacon, and if you don't have the same size of cup, you can go for what is available for you, bigger or smaller. And when the entire batch, you can put it to a single bowl and you can share with the family. Only that baking time you need to adjust it. If you have a bigger version, increase the baking time. If you have a smaller version, decrease the baking time. But maintain that temperature into 320 degrees Fahrenheit only. And the last but not least, try to make this one night before. Make them one night before, pour them into your bacon, wrap those bacon and put them in the fridge. The next day, 35 minutes before service, take out of the fridge and it goes straight to the oven. You don't have to leave it outside to bring it up to the refrigerator and nothing. Put the fridge to the oven. Why I am saying is, it was previously made and it is very dark in color than this. Look at the shade difference because it is freshly made. This batter you put inside the fridge, tomorrow you will take your and see, it will be more darker in color, and once it is baked, you will get more chocolatey flavor in it. It can be anything you cook at home with chocolate, like brownie or anything if you are making. Try that once. You make your batter, pour them into your baking tray, like wrap those baking tray and put them in the fridge. Next day, 30 minutes or 45 minutes, that baking time. You take out from the fridge and straight into the oven. You will see your brownies come out more chewier and more chocolatey than ever. Try that. Trust me in that. You will get the better. And even the chocolate chip cookies, what you are making, the chocolate chip cookies if you are trying to make, try that. Make the dough, divide the dough, plastic plain wrap, put them in the fridge. The next step from the fridge, the oven, you will see your cookies comes out more chewy. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.